Monster High officially announced the Gen 3 dolls and a bunch of the official stock images for not only the main ghouls, but for the Draculaura Gorganizer and Frankie and Deuce 2-pack. Finally, we can stare at Monster High doll images that aren't 5 pixels. So the official announcement includes Claudine Wolf, Draculaura, Frankie Stein, Claire Denial, and Laguna Blue, which will be the first wave of dolls released on October 1st. Now, although this is the official release date, they are not only being sold online by scalpers, but even in regular shops around the US already. They will be priced the same as before at $25, and I'm pretty sure they'll be about £25 in the UK as well. However, it is unclear whether we'll get these on October 1st in the UK as well, since usually there is a couple month delay with dolls, and especially since the pre-productions haven't even been sold in shops here, and I don't know if they ever will be. Now, the other stock images of regular dolls include Deuce Gorgon, Trolleye Stripes, and even Ghoulia Yelps, which I'm so excited about. These will likely be released as a second doll wave and will potentially include Heath Burns, although since he's not been in any of the music videos so far and there's not been any leaks of his doll yet, he will potentially not get a doll for the time being. And one small difference between the previous leaks and this official doll announcement is that Claudine's eyes are less wide, which everyone is super happy about as it makes her look less babyish. And just some quick updates about the ghouls that's more related to this series and not the dolls. So Draculaura is no longer fully Romanian, so will no longer have her accent that we all love, but instead she will be half Taiwanese, and I assume the other half will still be Romanian, and hopefully she still will have a similar accent to before, but I think this is unlikely as she had an American accent in the movie trailer. This is a shame as her accent was so unique to Draculaura, and honestly doesn't really make sense to take her history of Transylvania away, but I think it's potentially due to copyright restrictions. Apparently Universal are being more strict with their properties, which is why Frankie had to change so much. Now, it was mentioned in the movie trailer that Claudine is half werewolf and half human, and this is again a continuation in the series. And Deuce is no longer half human, but fully Gorgon, and now has 2 mums, which is awesome, especially if you know the history of Medusa. It would make sense why she wouldn't want to marry a man now. And since there is a lot of talk about parents, I wonder if we will get to see any of them. We've gotten a glimpse of Dracula, who has appeared previously, as well as Claudine's mum in the first reboot. Also, Laguna is now from Honduras instead of Australia, which honestly I don't know why they changed this, as again Laguna's accent was special to her character, and when you think of the ocean, you often think of the Great Barrier Reef, which is in Australia, so it seems kind of random to make her from Honduras now, especially since they've completely changed her physical design as well. It's a shame as there's no essence of the original Laguna left in this character, but oh well. So back to the Frankie and Deuce 2-pack. At first I thought it looked like a Home Ick 2-pack because of the apron and food items, which would be very similar to the Abby Abominable and Heath Burns one from first generation Monster High. But then I found another image of the box which says Coffin Break, so I thought they must be working together, but by inspecting closer, Frankie is just wearing a normal outfit, which looks awesome by the way, but Deuce is the only one wearing an apron. And one of the items says Frankie with a bunch of little drinks on it, which I'm assuming is her order. So this means Deuce is working here and then Frankie's just picking up some drinks, which is pretty cool. My favourite thing about this pack is Perseus's little motorcycle, which he's using to deliver the tiny cakes and drinks. That's just the cutest thing ever, and honestly one of the few accessories I actually like. Now the pets Watson and Perseus are slightly less detailed than in their original doll packs. What's It has the biggest differences by not having the different coloured limbs and no wings, which isn't too big of a deal, but I'm surprised it affected the production cost so much. And it comes with 4 drinks and a cupcake on a plate, all with a little handle or loop that you can slide onto the doll's fingers so they can hold it with no problem. Now, I am absolutely in love with Frankie's outfit. They've got this really cool crop shirt with a kind of leather jacket with their signature plaid pattern. And they're wearing a simple black mini skirt with a bunch of chains, or maybe you'd call that a body bracelet. Anyways, it just looks so cool. And I love that in all of their dolls, the shoe on their prosthetic leg is always quite short to make the leg as visible as possible, which I think is great, and they're not trying to hide it. And also it makes for a really cool design since their shoes match but they're not identical, creating a style of its own. They don't have a shaved head here as we've seen in most of her dolls, except for Ghoul Spirit, and after seeing how they didn't flock that part of their head, I'm glad they have all their hair here. Now, unlike their basic doll, there is no blue streaks, and the black streaks are in blocks, different to being scattered around her head. I really like how much they're not trying to use the same hairstyles all the time and changing not only the type of hairstyle but the colours, making each doll unique. Otherwise, people would just end up buying the outfits separately for a cheaper price. And on to Deuce. He has the same plastic snake hair going to the side as his basic doll. I think it would have been more interesting to see them slightly all over the place, like the image on the box, as it would kind of make his doll seem more chaotic as he's trying to make all these drinks and whatnot. His jumper is really cool with a bunch of snakes, and I really like his sheer sleeves to mix things up a bit. And I actually absolutely love his marbly black and white trousers. I need a pair for myself. Then he has these bright neon yellow shoes, which the colour just doesn't match his outfit. Even his basic doll, the shoe colour just looks off compared to everything else. That being said, I do like the wings on his shoes, which I think is a link to Greek mythology, the god of speed Hermes, which would definitely come in handy as a barista. Now we also have the first decent quality images of Ghoulia Yelps. Although she wasn't announced with the rest of the series characters, she was dancing around in the recent music videos, and she looks so cool. If she is in this series, it looks like she'll be more of a skater/gamer girl instead of the scientist genius. I mean, they're not mutually exclusive, but she is wearing a beanie which only the cool kids wear. Her brain jacket looks great, and I like that from afar. It just looks like a cool pattern, then closer up it reveals brains. I'm not sure how I feel about her skirt, as it's not fabric if you know what I mean, and it is kind of plain, and unlike Frankie's plain skirt, she doesn't have any body bracelets to make things more interesting, besides from that cute heart belt and the green thingy with the scarlet. I don't know, maybe she just came back from the mascara and that's her lasso of truth. Her t-shirt on the other hand, I absolutely love and need in my size. It's just a multicoloured heart made of brains and potentially has an eye in the middle. In other words, she has a top with all her favourite foods. I'm pretty sure her earrings are graves, or potentially a shovel. Let me know if you have better eyes than me because I can't really tell. Now that I've found a closer image of her face, I just wanted to point out how amazing her makeup is. Her eyeshadow is just so pretty. I love the two-tone colours and I just think she looks great. Now finally, the Draculaura Gorganizer. Now, I thought this would be like the previous coffin closet where you can Gorganize all your doll's clothes. But then the images of the packaging was released and I thought it would be like a makeover set for yourself. Which it kind of is, since it does come with a really cute batwing hair clips for yourself and a human-sized comb which probably won't be able to brush through human hair but is still cute. And the comb is kept in probably my favourite accessory, which is the Scarlet mirror. And it also comes with tiny stickers and a pen for some reason. The box itself is shaped like a coffin, which is great, and the pink side even has a mattress pattern with a pillow, so it's also used as a Draculaura bed. And since the doll can stand up without a stand, now she can happily stand in there for display. The tray itself is quite shallow, but I guess the section underneath will have more space. I think most people will get this just as a bed for Draculaura, as there's not really anywhere to put the accessories if you have the coffin on display mode, and also the accessories don't really match. I'm still confused whether this is a makeup or stationery kit. I think they should have chosen one and made more accessories focused on that theme. So if it is a makeup set, they could have included real nail polish and even fake ones for Draculaura. Or even more hair clips and clippable hair extensions. And if they were going down the stationery route, they could have included some highlighters and a notepad. It just feels a bit random, which I guess is what a Gorganizer is used for. As for the doll itself, her face is just so pretty. One of my favourite Draculaura makeup looks out of the entire history of Monster High. She has these super beautiful light pink heart-shaped freckles, as well as 2 black heart bats on her cheeks. It's just so perfect. The pink streaks are scattered throughout her hair like the good old days. I also love how pointy her ears are. It just makes her feel even more like a bat, which wasn't really prominent in her original design. So this was definitely an improvement. Her outfit is simple but chic, with black lace arms and bold black boots. Then a pop of colour in her pink dress, which has black bats and heart pattern. She's also wearing a black choker with hearts across it, which just brings the whole outfit together. And of course, she's wearing this clawsome black headband with wings, so she can match you when you clip in your wing clips. Honestly, I think if they just made things a bit more consistent, this would have been a perfect set. Overall, I love the direction Monster High is taking in this new reboot. They've made every doll feel unique and special, with different body molds and clawsome outfits. I think it's great that they're making the characters even more diverse, and I can't wait to see more of the characters' history. That being said, I do wish they kept more of the original stories, instead of completely wiping out the old Monster High. Let me know what your favourite doll from this video was, and please like and subscribe.